What's going on, everyone? Model Deer Farmer back with you today. Today we're going to be reviewing a set. We don't just have a single tractor or single combine to show you today. Today we got a set for you. This is a set that I picked up probably second week of December, so I'm really wanting to show it to you. It hasn't been made for a couple years, so it is fairly. It's not something that's been made recently, so it is a little bit older. So I picked this up for, I think, like $12 at my John Deere dealership, local John Deere dealership. They had a sale going on that day, pre-Christmas sale. So normally it was like 15 or 16, but I ended up getting it for 12. So 15 is pretty much the price you want to try and get it at. You can probably get it at, maybe some John Deere dealers will have it left. Otherwise, your third-party online sites should have them as well. So it is a set of a John Deere 4430 tractor with rear duals, along with a John Deere 500 grain cart. In real life, on our farm, we used to have a John Deere 500 grain cart just like this, along with a 4440 with rear duals. So pretty much the same exact setup, just we had a 4440 tractor instead of a 4430. So this is a pretty cool setup. I'd been wanting to get it for a long time. Finally decided, since it was gonna have that sale, it wasn't a bad price for it being old as it is, I decided to pick it up. We'll start off here looking at the tractor. So this is, like I said, a 4430 tractor. This is your normal replica play kind of style here, so you don't have real fancy stuff, but you still got a nice looking tractor here. It's got the rear duals, probably based off of 36, 38 inch spacing, somewhere one of those two. It's got some nice wide tires on the back because of that being the spacing that it is. We do have the cab here with the black interior, like what the 30 series had in real life. No windows, so that's one downside. Doesn't have the cab glass, but we got the pre-cleaner and the exhaust pipe here on top of the hood, like the 30 series had. Got the correct 30 series stripe, so that looks nice. We got lots of detail in here on the engine and all that other stuff in there, so that looks really nice. Got the steps here, so those are the steps they had on the 30 series. They switched over to a different kind of step on the 40 series, but that's what they had on the 30 series. Moved to the front. Looks like those are a little bit slanted, but it's okay. We do have our red little dot there for the diesel tank. So nice detail there. We do have the John Deere logo on the front. It's a little bit crooked, but shouldn't be that hard to fix. We do have the weight bracket on the front, so you got full weights there to pull the heavy grain cart across the field. Do have these wide tires on the front. I love these wide tires on it. I have another, well, this is the collect and play version of it. It's pretty much a 4430, but this has the narrow tires on the front. I don't really like the narrow tires as much. I like these bigger, beefier tires on the front. So I like the ones on this 4430 a lot more. Moving to the right side, you have the same detail that you had on the other side in the engine and everything. Yeah, it's a nice looking tractor. We got the light stickers right there. Camera's having a little bit of trouble focusing. We do have the painted flashers up here, so on front and back, so that's nice that we get that detail on here. Do have your SMB sign on the back as well, and you got your tail lights there. Very in-depth picture of those lights on there. You can kind of see it. Camera doesn't exactly want to focus, but it's a nice detail to have on here. You do have your rear drawbar hitch that can hook up to most Ertl things. You got some kind of detail here where the hydraulics would be in the back, the PTO shaft cover. Looking at the bottom of the tractor, this whole thing is 2 body halves put together. So there's kind of your look from the bottom. So overall, this is a very nice tractor. I really like it a lot, especially with these tires on the front. That just makes it look even better. So it's a very nice tractor. Now let's get on to looking at the grain cart here. So this is the John Deere 500 grain cart. This toy was originally produced back in either the 80s or the 90s. I'm not completely sure. One of the two. But this is the same casting as what they had back in the day. They pretty much just pulled that casting out again and started making some more to add with this really nice looking tractor here. So we'll kind of take a look at that. We got on the front here, we do have a little step up there where you would be able to step up to get to the ladder on the front. Ladder to go up to be able to look inside. Do have your PTO shaft along there. Do have, of course, have your hitch. This whole thing, the main frame is all die cast, so nice strong cart there. You can see the PTO going back to the bottom, since that would be where where the grain hole flows to the center to go up the auger then. So you got that kind of shown right there. Which then the auger here, the auger is really the only part besides the rims that is plastic on this. You do have your auger here, of course, that folds out. Pretty good height for a grain cart, especially back in that time. It goes up really high, so you can empty into things that are a little bit higher. So say you got a really tall grain truck, you can empty into it with this. This thing has a very, very tall auger. I don't know if they were that tall in real life, but I would assume they're pretty close. But really nice tall auger. Nice feature with this. So we do have the tires, which are kind of, I don't know what to kind of, they're not the cleated tread. I don't know what you exactly call this, but they are not the cleated tread. You do have your rims in there with your 6 lugs. You do have the John Deere 500 logo on the side as well. It kind of pretty much looks similar to what the striped tractor has on it, so I'm pretty sure they made these about the same time period. Moving to the back, you do have the John Deere logo from the time on the back there. One of the only things that I'm going to say that I don't like about this grain cart, and it's not that big of a deal, but I do not like having that number right there. I don't know why they put it there. They could have put it underneath somewhere where you wouldn't be able to see it. That is my one complaint, because if you're just looking at the back there, you can see that number right away. Yeah, I think these are kind of supposed to be windows here. Windows so you can see the grain level, like if you're outside. So like if you're the combine driver and he's pulling away and he's got a certain amount of grain in it, I think those are windows. I'm not completely sure, but I don't see any other reason why they would have little like imprints on there, because there's nothing from the inside. You can't see anything from the inside, so I'm guessing they are little windows. So very nice looking grain cart. I do have to say that do have the older version, the 80s or 90s version, and that thing looks like it seems like it has a lot darker green paint that looks just, it doesn't quite look right. But this paint that they put on it this time, it looks really good. But I know the old ones, the paint looked a little bit dark, and these rims faded out to like white color. Like, I don't know what was quite wrong with them, but they faded out to a real white color, which didn't look very good. So I'm glad to have this one. This one looks a lot more correct with the yellow rims and a lot more closer John Deere green as well. You do have the full decal on this side compared to this side. You have that brake for the auger there. But overall, it's a very nice grain cart. It's all die cast except for the auger. It's a nice grain cart. It's a nice historical piece with, I mean, John Deere doesn't make grain carts anymore, so it is cool to have this and add this into the collection, especially with this 4430 tractor, because this thing looks nice. So we'll kind of look at the collector card here, because this does come in the blister card pack. So you get this. So you get a picture of the 4430 on the front and a planter in the background. This thing had 125.88 PTO horsepower when it came out of the factory, 46-gallon fuel capacity. It was manufactured in Waterloo, Iowa, 106.6-inch wheelbase length, and the original price in 1977 for this tractor was $23,000. $23,000 for a tractor back then. Now look at what we're running on the 8RXs now. Like this thing real life, that's pretty much 500, 600,000. And back in 77, they came out with these, $23,000. And I bet that this grind cart probably wasn't much more than $10,000 at the time. So it's kind of too bad the prices have increased, but it's kind of cool to see how much this stuff actually went for back in the day. So I like that they include those facts on the back of that collector card. It kind of gives you a look into the past at how this tractor was back in the day. So I really enjoy getting those with these blister card packages. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If I would definitely recommend what am I even trying to say? This two-piece set, because it's really nice. I like the tractor. Tractor's clean, looks good. The grind cart, it's definitely something that you got to have in your collection. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, and also consider subscribing to the channel. We're almost to 100 subscribers. Goal was to get there by Christmas, but we didn't quite make that. But if we can make it, and I don't think this is going to be a problem, if we can make it by the end of January, that would mean a lot to me. I thank all of you for watching. I would have never thought that doing this kind of stuff, I could get to 100 subscribers. But we're so close. We're at like 94 right now, I think. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And you can click the bell icon to get notified when I upload a new video. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave those down in the comment section below, as well as if you have any ideas on something I should review on the channel next. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one.